Hello everybody, this is Hamp Thomas here again today. I put out a video yesterday about Fannie and Freddie and talked about photos, and someone was nice enough last night to tell me that I can't get that word to come out. I was wrong about Fannie and Freddie, and I don't want to be like Fannie Mae. You know, they talk bad about the appraisal industry all the time, and I always think we have a target on us. Fannie Mae has a target on the appraisal industry, and I don't want to be like them. So to Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, I'm sorry that I accused you of requiring comp photos. And we're going to talk about that the correct way a little more today. But let's read what the URAR form actually says. Under the scope of work, it says the appraiser must, at a minimum, inspect each of the comparable sales from at least the street. So no matter what you do with a picture, every appraiser has got to ride by each comp. So whether you take a picture or not, you're still going by that street to look at it, and the neighbors may come out and harass you. You just don't know what's going to happen. But regardless of that, you know, you still do have to go and ride by each comparable sale, which I think is really bad. But let me go on here. It also goes on to say copies of photographs from a multiple listing service or from the appraiser's files are acceptable if they are clear and descriptive. And that's what I said, and I was wrong, and I do apologize for that. Fannie Mae says you can use MLS photos as long as they're clear and descriptive. However, you still got to drive by the house. So I don't want to do to Fannie Mae what they've been doing to us for the last 10 years, you know, and telling untruths about us and things. So I'm going to admit that I was wrong and talk about the rest of the story here. You know, I get on this appraiser modernization thing. The only thing, in my opinion, that needs modernizing is Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac and the MLS. You know, we need one language of square footage. Fannie Mae gives us a base. I spent 10 years making a form that would allow everybody to use the same language. But after I put that video out, I've gotten very few requests. I think I got 72 people that are interested in looking at that. That's not enough, guys. And people in charge of these MLS systems and people like Melinda Griffin, I'm going to call you out. Yes, I am. Please look at that email I sent you. Look at that form. And if you don't like it, tell me why you don't like it. We got to try something new, guys. But anyway, I say modern appraisal modernization is nothing but a complete power grab from the big twins, I call them. And the MLS service, you know, like I said before, it's either a good quality data source or it's not. If we can use all the other information in MLS, then we ought to be able to trust the pictures as well. It's either reliable or it's not. And anybody that works in MLS will tell you occasionally MLS is far below being credible. There are things in there, you know, that some of these new agents put in there, and I'm thinking, who is overseeing that agent? You know, sometimes it's just frightening what you see in the MLS. Complete update means they got a new used refrigerator. You know, they stretch things occasionally in there. But the so-called appraiser modernization, and I call it a code word for the abuse of power by the twin GSEs, interior pictures. And what I was most upset about was that interior pictures are going to be taken more and more by data collectors. And you know, if an appraiser comes in your house and takes pictures and there's any problem, you can go to the appraisers or the appraisal board. You know, you can file a claim with somebody. You have some recourse against that person. If a property data collector comes in your house and destroys grandma's plate or whatever it is, you know, who are you going to call? Fannie and Freddie? Good luck with that one. However, they are not the answer, but that's not the biggest problem. They're going to be taking pictures of all your house, your living room, your kitchen, your bedrooms, your bathrooms. They're going to know whether there are elderly people that live in your house, whether there's a baby stroller or, a bar in the bathroom. While this artificial intelligence may be a good thing, it can also be used for bad things. And remember that Fannie and Freddie control over 70% of the mortgages in the United States. And that is a lot of pictures. If they're going to send out more of these property data collectors, we're going to run into problems with this, I guarantee you. And it's going to end up that the appraisers will get blamed for it, or somebody will, but it won't be Fannie and Freddie, because remember, they're too big to fail, so they're just going to keep doing what they're doing and tell appraisers to do whatever they want. All they want is the appraiser's signature. But anyway, I call Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac the power twins. They've been pushing appraisers out for years. And if they don't like appraisers, I understand that. I've seen some appraisal reports that make you really think about something. But, don't tell the public that it's going to be cheaper and faster and better. It's just not true. I don't care how you spread that bread out. It's not a true statement, and we shouldn't be selling that to the public. And they have been bulls in the appraisal china shop for a long, long time. So is it time for a regime change? It absolutely is. We talk about people keep saying appraisers just don't like change. That's not true at all. We've been changing for the last 20 years. And a lot of that is because Fannie Mae has required us to change. But all change is not for the good. Sometimes it's just to let somebody else have power over you. Just because they're making us change doesn't mean it's good. All the appraisal change that we've done, has there been even one change in MLS? No. And of course, Fannie Mae doesn't have direct control over them. I understand that. But if there's any modernization, it's time that it comes from Fannie and Freddie and the National Association of Realtors. So that's my say for today, guys. Thanks for watching.